What's up, crypto junkies? It's Jay, and welcome to this video. This video, I guess, will title How to Spot an ICO Scam. This is going to be my process for how to research something. I will be 100% upfront with you and tell you that up until this point, well, recently, like the last week or so, I actually wasn't fully doing this. Now, this is the process that I've used in the past. I don't know why I didn't do it, especially when I was brand new into crypto and I fell for stupid shit like BitConnect and all the other scams that have revealed themselves in this space. I honestly feel stupid because I know that I'm better than that, I guess would be the biggest thing. But the good thing about life is that you learn and you're able to move forward. So this is the process that I really wish I would have followed from the get-go. And what I'm going to reveal to you does not mean definitively this thing is right and that thing's wrong. Just take what I'm telling you with a grain of salt. If you like some of the stuff that I'm talking about, add it to your process. At least, if nothing else, watch this video with an open mind, and let's hope you can take something away from it. So I've got some different sites open in front of me, and I'm going to walk you through some of the big pieces that should matter. Now, understand that if you've never actually looked at, let's call it a legitimate ICO, you really have no idea what to look for. And I didn't at first until I really started researching like non-lending program things. And then I realized, holy cow, there's a big difference between the shit that you get on a site like that and let's call it again, a real ICO, okay? The level of information is different, the level of access is different, and the level of transparency is different. What I mean by information is the site is fuller. There's more access to them. They have more of a presence on social media, and they allow you to connect with the team. Transparency, that piggybacks off the second piece. Transparency, again, you get to see the team, you get to research the team, do Google searches, contact them on LinkedIn, do background checks if you want to. It's as crazy as you want to get. That's really the big differences, okay? So I want to show you kind of both sides of the spectrum in terms of like a really well put together white paper, a really well put together site, and a not so well put together white paper or site, okay? Here is probably the pinnacle that I've found up until this point for the quality of white paper. Legolas Exchange, their white paper was amazing. That's why I profiled them, okay? Because that's part of, you know, my change with what I'm doing. Invasio is another one that I'm super excited about. I don't even know where to start. Like, I'm going to shoot a video about this, don't worry. But Invasio is basically doing AI for effing everything. And if they do 1/10 of what they say they'll do, they'll change the world. I don't know. These guys are crazy. I love it. They're wild, huge, crazy. Okay. So let's look at the white paper. I hope this is it. Yeah. Is this it? Is this the Mac Daddy? 86 pages. Yes, there it is. You almost need a degree to read this because there's so much information, there's so much depth to the words that they're saying. That is a good and bad thing. When a white paper is super like geek speak, dev talk, it does mean that there's obvious developer behind it. It could mean some pitfalls though too. It's not guaranteed that it's going to be amazing slam dunk project if it's got like really technically written white paper. Could just also mean they have really bad marketing. Really great marketing is usually dumbed down conversation and dialogue around especially the key points so that everybody can understand it and get excited about it. So again, that's not, you know, a slam dunk silver bullet, but it's a variable, okay? So you could look through a white paper like this and you see obviously it's got very detailed information about the entire team, founder included, and it's got very detailed explanations of every single AI that they're building. With this ICO, it's all AI based, and they have these different AI bots for different things, okay? And they're basically looking to revolutionize like 5 industries. Like I said, it's insane, but let's keep going. So, okay, so what do we see immediately? The site is very well put together, meaning it's got a lot of details, it's got a lot of information. White paper looks good. Now let's look at the team. This should be another important piece. And the team, it's like, okay, so we've got our executives, government liaison, that's a different way of putting it, operations, tech team, finance and legal, marketing and PR. You know, this team itself is quite large. This isn't even the full team of every project they have going on. This is just a lot of them, okay? So what you could then do is you could then drill down deeper into the team. Oh, and what do you know? They've already made it very easy for you. You can go and research their Twitter, go and research their LinkedIn, like go and look at their history. That's what you'd use something like this for. And again, you might be looking for something as granular as like religious beliefs, political beliefs. Again, a lot of people are looking for people that are in alignment with them. So you're looking for some sort of connection, I think, in something like this. There's not a whole lot going on. 4 tweets on his Twitter. You can find out about his actual background to make sure from a LinkedIn standpoint, can't really lie about this stuff because people vouch for you. And if it's a company that actually exists on here, then again, you know, there'll be a lot of other people in and around that company that you just can't really lie about that stuff. And you can see all of the different roles. I mean, you see, like, just look at what he's got going on. And he's filled this out very, very well. A member, what groups he's in. You could even attempt to infiltrate his network to a degree, and you could friend him or friend 2nd and 3rd degree connections on LinkedIn, start asking questions about this guy. Again, the thing you really have to realize is that there's no limits to this because you're investing your money. And it blows my mind, myself included, like how little information we're actually all okay with before we give somebody a large amount of money. That is stupid. Like, let's be real with each other here, okay? It's stupid. Again, if you're gonna sink your money into something, then you should probably do an absolute assload of research to make yourself feel comfortable with what you're about to do. So LinkedIn, I think, is a great spot to drill down into the business history of a person. And then you could even start to infiltrate their network to a degree and find out where they've been, what they're doing, who they know. Ask them about them. Some of these people, you can just simply reach out and say, hey, can we have a quick conversation? Obviously, William, the CEO, might be a little busy, but he could put you maybe in touch with somebody else. And that brings me to my next point, is social media. Now, they don't need to have, especially a Facebook, I don't think is necessary, but a Twitter, I think, is necessary. And with this dev space, they need a Discord or a Telegram or Slack group. Most of them are moving away from Slack groups because Discord is better than Slack, let's be honest. And Telegram is another popular one. So, okay, so here's what you're looking for here. You would look for the presence of an admin. Again, is there somebody real that's like adminning this? And there is. His name is Mikey. And there's another guy, David. Both really, really nice guys. They answer your questions really, really quickly. There's very little questions that are like off limits, or I don't see them avoiding questions. I don't see them removing people who ask or challenge them in any sort of way. If somebody's being blatant and saying F this, F that, I think they'd be removed. That's common sense. But nobody's really being removed for challenging them or asking them deep, hard questions. Okay, so those, again, are important variables to look at. Let's look at the history here. Let's look at the size of the group. Let's look at what sorts of questions people are asking. There's a ton of pinned messages that you can get access to in all these telegrams. The Discord is even better because there's even more transparency because there's so many channels and breakdowns, right? Again, these are just some of the basics, and you could drill down as deep as you wanted to with your research. A product like Invasio actually already has active products up and running. You know, something like this, they have a careers section, okay? Tells me that they're hiring. Again, another layer of seriousness, right? In terms of realness of the project. Media kit, all this stuff is basics in the real world, maybe new to crypto, but what you're about to see is a fairly night and day difference between this and a lot of these other sites. Okay, so now you've just got this. It's fresh in your mind, right? Let's go look at something like TechCoin. TechCoin is a new release from USI Tech. USI Tech was a mining company that offered you sort of like a ROI. There's a lot of these popping up now. BitClub is, I think, the oldest. Hashflare is another really popular one. Genesis Mining. This is their ICO for USI Tech. At first, it was all going to be private raised because we're going to bring on this ICO management company that required them to pre-sell 500 million tokens, and then that was somehow going to roll into their coin. You know, the rest be burned off. I don't know at what ratio, but I've been following this project a little deeper than most. But let's say you're just rolling to this for the first time. This site is by no means finished, but there's a lot of things that you're going to notice right out of the gates. Great site, by the way. Looks nice. Conveys the point of what they're talking about and their features, meaning like what are they actually offering. They have a full white paper as well. Things like the roadmap for a product like this is a little weak. I mean, literally to have a one-liner I just think is a little ridiculous. Whereas you look at an ICO like Bankera, go back on Bankera's ICO and their roadmap, and you'll see extreme detail. If you watch some of my previous videos, I talked about Bankera. They even went back afterwards and updated their roadmap. Again, does any one of these variables mean, yes, this one's a slam dunk and the rest suck? No. Stack these up, take the ones you like, and apply them to your future research. This is a weakness, though. This roadmap sucks. It tells me nothing, essentially. A couple other things, too, is it's come out in the last couple days that the team, there were similar people on this team as another project. Now, that's not a new thing per se, but it is a little bit more rare. I think we're going to see it become more popular in this space because let's face it, devs see that Bitcoin Gold, got forked out and the devs made over $50 million in like 2 weeks. Devs are horny for money, dude. Let's be honest. So that's not a bad thing. To work on multiple projects doesn't scare me, but the legitimacy of how involved they are in a project is obviously a question. So again, if they were offering and presenting the full team with their LinkedIn profiles, I could go and find that out. I could go and reach out to these guys on LinkedIn and be like, hey, are you actually involved in this project or not? One or two of them, all of them, again, the level and depth is entirely up to you. But this is insanely vague. And again, this isn't actually like the final product. They're adding to this, but I'm just trying to show you some different examples of ranging lack of information. Again, the TechCoin roadmap, it tells me nothing. So, okay, but also what else do you see is missing? They've got some social media, okay, but they don't have anything to actually contact them on. And that's not even accessible. I don't know why you'd have an Instagram. Sorry, but Instagram is stupid for a startup unless you're planning on highlighting and showcasing the team, but you're not even showing me the team here. So team and t-shirt and clothing and going to conventions and the team behind the coin, again, the tech, that side of it, people using the product, that would all make sense for an Instagram, but maybe I'm just missing some information. Again, you're not even showing me the team. And I know that they just recently removed that. Also, Facebook, I think, is a little bit silly. Where's a Telegram? Where's some access that I've got to the founders? Okay, so that's all missing. Next, here's an even worse example, which Falcon Coin, here's a funny story with that, is I got connected up with this guy, Mike, who supposedly runs it or owns it. They got taken by the last developers and they wanted to revamp this thing. And I was super excited to get behind it. This is before, I think before even BitConnect fell apart. They said, hey, here's some coins. And I was going to arrange doing a review, paid review on the channel, and it never happened. So I was testing the platform in the background and seeing what was going on. And then all the BitConnect stuff and all the divorce stuff happened. And I was like, okay, I'm going to reach out again. And I reached out and it was stern. It wasn't really nice or polite in any way. And I said, hey, I'm going to need some more information because I'm getting sick of this shit. I've got a community. There's millions of dollars that have been lost now. I need more information. Like nobody even knows who you are. Give me some social media, a picture, give me the office address, office phone number. When was the business established behind the company? Is there a block explorer so that I can research and see what the top addresses, Falcon Coin addresses are doing and make sure that this isn't a basic, basically a Ponzi scheme. Okay. That email was met with a stern response of basically, who the f do you think you are? I politely said, f you right back. My account was suspended. That's where it's at. So good job, Mike. Way to win over the general public by not even giving me basic information that any real business would give. I'm pretty sure this is writing on the wall for the future that holds for you guys. Moving forward, this is a very bad example of a site. Reason why is the roadmap is insanely vague. They did a pivot into staking because lending got shat on. This is a fairly vague roadmap again, and there's been no updates since then. There's also not really a place that they go and give updates. Twitter, they do a little bit, but you need to be able to project updates to your community. You can do that with pop-ups when you first log in. You can do that with site updates, a blog, Twitter, social media. But again, what are we missing here? We're missing a Telegram. So if you didn't have this Mike guy's email and you had no clue, you'd be able to contact them through support email, which is support@falconcoin.whatever, and you'd be able to maybe tweet at them and try and find them on Facebook. Those things are highly anonymous still. And I get in the crypto space, we need anonymity. I understand that completely, but you see the difference. A project that somebody's proud of, a project that somebody is not looking to run away from, blah, 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 fill in the blank, looks like this. Looks like Invasio. And a project that, who knows? Maybe it'll last a month, maybe it'll last 2 years, maybe they'll leave in 15 minutes, looks like something like this. Another example to nail my point home is BitConnect X. I really don't know why anybody's putting any money into this. The roadmap, there's patterns too to this, especially in this lending, fake ICO space. There's a lot of patterns. You'll see that the white paper is stolen from someone else or fabricated highly. You'll see that the roadmap kind of looks like everybody else's. They're talking the same. Maybe they're even talking the same stats. Yeah, you look at a site like this and the roadmap is insanely vague, just like they always are. And this is literally the same graphical image that all of these lending programs are doing. If you remember, Hextra, Regal, fill in the blank, right? Which 90% of those are gone now. So I think it's official that we can say, hey, these aren't working. And just a fun fact too, coinmarketcap.com is actually not listing. It is refused to list any lending coin. So if you're in a lending coin and you still think like, hey guys, we're going to make it, think again, because they can't even get listed on CoinMarketCap. CoinGecko is even stronger. Brave New Coin doesn't even list platforms like this, okay? So BitConnect X is supposed to be an exchange. Look at what we get with something like Binance. CZ, he's tweeting all day. Like, look at when Binance went down the other day and look at how a guy like CZ handled that. Now we're about to all blindly put in hundreds of millions of dollars into an exchange platform that we don't even have a team picture for. We don't have any team at all. There is no team. There's an FAQ section. Yay. Right? I can log in and I've got a couple different wallets showing in there. Again, yay. About, vague. This is it. This is all you get. You don't get a face. You don't get a business address. You don't get a, what is this set up as? That's big differences. Like, look, this is the features. This is their whole features section. And I might be missing it, but I don't think they ever had a white paper for this. Where's the white paper giving me the juicy details on how you're going to be different from an exchange standpoint? And you know what's crazy? Is this has raised hundreds of millions of dollars already. So if they run off again, which they've already ran off with BitConnect money, nobody can get a hold of anybody. Primary people just gone, disappeared. Everybody's, all the regional and national guys, that their point of contact, gone. It's just, actually. It makes me mad twofold. One, that I fell for it and I didn't do better research when I know I'm better. And two, that everybody, not everybody, but a ton of other people are falling for it. Okay. Another example of a more well put together site. Okay, details on the site. I even like countdown timers. That's just me personally. Pre-joining waitlist. Again, you want to get email addresses so that you can keep your people up to date. Basics, right? They got a one-pager. They got a roadmap. The roadmap is generic with these guys, okay? But they make up for it in a few different areas, like, here's all the guys behind it. Okay, and if I want to get a hold of them, I can reach them on LinkedIn, or they have personalized videos for some of the people. So I can find most of these people on LinkedIn. I can message them, hey, are you actually involved in this project? How excited are you about it? Generic questions. How long have you been on the team? How long have you guys been working at this thing, right? And there's a lot of questions like that that I could ask and I could get answers. And then I could cross-reference those answers with other people if I wanted to go that far and see just how well the team is communicating and how much information is being shared from, across the team, etc. So on and so forth, okay? They list the community here, 16,578, and they actually have a Telegram. So again, we're looking for that social piece. Here's the Telegram. Go through here. How are they filtering hard questions? Are they kicking anybody out? What's the pin messages showing? And we have 3,700 members here. So these are all things that you would look at, right? And then we'd even be able to look at the, where's the white paper? I think you got to opt in for the white paper. I know I looked at it before. 45-page white paper. And again, a white paper, it's not its job to be pretty. It's its job to convey a message and really explain to you what is going on with the project and the team behind the project. Again, a thorough white paper would have things like the team, right? So from a mining project standpoint, what would you rather get involved in? One like this, or even USI Tech that doesn't have any of their team written on their site at all, or one like this? You can contact these guys. You can reach out to them. They've got a live chat module here. You can jump into Telegram, get all your answers to your questions. You can opt in, join the mailing list and watch. You can check out their blog. That's where you publish updates again, because that's what a real company does, right? And furthermore, what you could do too, just to add another layer to it, is I'm going to give you another golden gem. Is called clarity.fm. I just re-remembered this site the other day. I actually used to be on here as a quote-unquote expert because of my experience with entrepreneurialism, which again, I'm always learning, as you can see from my channel. channel and kind of the journey I've been on with this. Just because you've done great at one thing doesn't necessarily mean that you can do great at other things out of the gates. You know, the learning curve is never assumed that you won't be going through it, right? If you had no clue about blockchain technology or about mining and you wanted to know what questions you should be asking, you could do something like go to YouTube and search out some popular videos and see if you can get some insight there. But you could take it a step further and you could come to a site like this. You sign up and you basically pay somebody by the minute to jump on a phone call with you and answer any of your questions. These people are insanely smart. You can get on the phone with people like Tim Ferriss, people that run $500 million a year companies, hedge fund owners. You could get any answer to any question that you possibly have. And you could really just spend 5-10 minutes with them and say, hey, what are the most popular questions I should ask a new mining platform? Hey, what is blockchain technology? What should I be talking about and asking when I'm talking to this team? Email in those questions to the ICO. Get in their Telegram, ask them. Get in their Discord and ask them. That's really the depth of what you should be doing research-wise. And, you know, shame on me for not following my own advice and following my own history with doing this in the beginning, but I can tell you now, and everything that we've been dealing with in the last couple of weeks has been very similar to what I just outlined. There's probably a few other things that I might have missed out of this, but overall, I think you're getting the point. Stop for a second. Remember that you are about to invest maybe your life savings into something that you want to get a return on. Don't you deserve to do some research? Don't you deserve to get some answers to your questions first before you go dropping down that money? I think you do. And the depth of which you're willing to go, some might have just watched this whole thing and been like, damn, Jay, you're analytical. That's way too much. I don't need that. That's entirely up to you. I hope that you took a few things out of this video. I think that a video like this is insanely important. Listen to me, because I've already experienced and lost over $100,000 in lending platforms and programs. Let my pain save you time. Let the community's pain, millions of dollars now lost, help guide and direct you to make smarter decisions. I just urge you that regardless of what investment you're about to get involved in, do some research, ask some questions. Feel free to reach out to us. If you're in a Discord chat, then you already know you got a family to rely on, and get some answers so that you can make better informed decisions. If this is your first time to the channel and you like what we're doing here, please show us some support by simply liking the video. Place a comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on any future videos, and be on the lookout because we're always uploading new content on the channel, my friends. See ya.